Hi guys, it's 5 years now, and I promised to make this video, and 5 years ago I promised myself to see if I would be able to make financial independence in 5 years, and let me just start by saying no, I haven't. And then tell you what did happen in those last 5 years. Okay, so I'm gonna read you basically the bucket list of all the things accomplished, and that is that in 2014 I made my first publication in the Beaten Button, and I also got to the cover of the magazine, so that was pretty big. Those are actually two things on the bucket list: make it to a cover and get into the magazine. So, well, not necessarily in that order, but those were two things. In 2015 I got another publication in the Beaten Button in the December magazine. Beadwork accepted a pattern, and that was put in October's ebook in 2015. There was a Fire Mountain Gems contest with this beautiful necklace I made, and it won silver medal in the category seed beads. In June 2016, Kalmbach used one of my patterns for their creative beading book volume 11. That would be the pattern of October 2014 that went into the Beaten Button magazine. In 2016 I actually became a participant in the Battle of the Beadsmith. I was out in the first round, but that's not what it's about. It's about the bucket list. You wanna, you put on there, be a participant in the Battle of the Beadsmith, and I actually made that. But those people are just amazing. I'm not that good. I'm sorry. I would have to admit I'm not that good. Maybe I'll get better. But and in 2016 I went to the Beaten Button show as a teacher, and I had to really twist Potomac's arm on that, because that's the only one I wanted to go to. And we made that trade deal because I couldn't afford to publish my own bead. So as you know, I designed the Ava bead, and Nathan played with it for like 2 years until he finally came up with how the design would work and not break in the tumbler, because that was the biggest problem. So where I wanted the bead holes of the original bead, they were moved, and the Ava bead got a little thicker, and voila, together with Potomac, I managed to get that bead out to the world, and I really love the Ava bead, and I hope you do too. But so, yeah, that was one of my things. I really wanted to design a bead for myself. It was on the bucket list. And in June 2017 we got our pattern into the Beaten Button again. That's this month's magazine. And in 2017 also I got the 2015 Beaten Button pattern into the creative beading volume number 12. So that's twice that Kalmbach put me in their books, in volume 11 and 12. And although that's a beautiful bucket list, and I accomplished a lot of things that I had on there, and I think the only thing that's still out there is the book, which is giving me a lot of headaches. Please don't ask how it's coming, because it's not coming at this point. I need to try and teach myself Paint Shop Pro and how to create beads with that. And I'm having a lot of trouble with the brassiere making smooth lines, so I'm not sure how that's going to go or where it's going to go yet. It's not that I'm giving up, but I've put it aside for now. So, what happened? Well, YouTube collapsed let me check that out for you. In 2014, March 2014, it started to decrease, and it started to decrease and decrease and decrease to where at a certain point the money that you're making is just not worth being on YouTube for. But as you see, I've done a lot of other things in between, trying to fill up the bucket list. But as a Christian, I'm looking at that list and I'm thinking, well, that's a lot of nice accomplishments, and but if I stand with that in front of God and say, look, God, what are all the things that I managed to do on earth, He's gonna say, yeah, I really don't care. What have you done for humanity? So I think that's the most important question, and that's also one of the reasons I'm still on YouTube. I will never forget that I probably told this story before, but I will never forget that girl that wrote in one of the comment sections that she was invisible at school, and she started, you know, following my tutorials and making jewelry and wearing it to work, and every week she would wear something different that she made on YouTube of videos that I put up, because in the beginning I was very creative, and I put up a video every week because that's basically what you had to do for YouTube in order to become partnered with them. And she wrote me that she was pretty invisible in school, and but people started to notice her jewelry at a certain point. And then people started talking to her, and she actually started making friends, and they would actually look forward to seeing her on Monday, see what she created that week or that weekend. And I think those are the things that, yeah, that's how you give back to God. You know, you change your life just by tutorials. So if you want to go on YouTube for the money, don't do it. And it's not worth it anymore. It's good for still publicity, but the best thing you will get out of it, I think, is that you get a message, a PM or something, and somebody said, you just completely changed my life, or you had an impact on my life in this or that way, or thanks to you I'm not that depressed anymore. Or even as simple as something as somebody said, you know what, when your videos are, my dog follows me through the house everywhere I go. The only time she will stay put so I can go out to get a cigarette without her following me is if one of your videos is on. I'll just let it roll. As soon as she hears your voice, she knows mommy's getting back, and she will just stay put in the room, and I can go have a cigarette in peace. It's just, I mean, and all the times I received messages of people that say, I put you on because, you know, your voice is so soothing, and I watch one of your videos before I go to sleep, and I sleep so fine after I hear you talk. So I put people to sleep. I mean, I guess. So those are the wonderful things, and I bet as a Christian, I think God laughs at those kinds of things, and he smiles from heaven that when you impact a life, no matter how simple, no matter how weird, no matter how amazing, you impact a life. And you don't know that. When you're on this side, you don't even know that. I don't know probably half the stories of the people that out there that got their lives changed. I know some of you went on YouTube because of me, because I said I can do it, and I hope you won't give up. For those that went on YouTube because of me or are planning to go on YouTube still, it's still great publicity, but something I drag my feet with. You should not learn from my mistakes. Instantly also open that Etsy shop. If you make a pattern for YouTube, then also make it for Etsy. And why is this? Because, you know, I've been dragging my feet on this, and for 2 years, and I listened to Jim Rohn, and he told me, like, if we're, you know, a smart person can be rich within 5 years, but if you drag something on and it's not making money for too long of time, you need a change of plans. So Zina was ahead of me there, and she went on Etsy because people started asking for the patterns also, so they can print it out, so they don't have to be behind the computers. And I thought, well, I mean, I don't see any bread in that, because I don't think people are going to pay for patterns when they are free on YouTube. But lo and behold, people actually do. So right now I went on Etsy, and I looked at it for about, I went on Etsy in, let me see, June, officially. I went on Etsy before because of the fundraising for the convention, which didn't happen, and the money eventually went to our little haven. But I saw that there was actually potential on Etsy, because people do want to buy the patterns. So last year I gave it full force. I said, let me see if I can do 52 patterns in 52 weeks. Well, that was a little bit too much, but because sometimes it gets really hot and during the summer, and you just don't have the energy, or the beads will stick to your fingers, or, you know, you're just so slow and tired because of this heat that it really doesn't work. But I managed, I think, to make 45 of the 52, so that was pretty good. Right now I'm on pattern 10, and we're already like halfway during the year. Pattern 10 is a little cross that I'm making. And, not, well, it's not really little, but it's a cross. So that will hopefully be on Etsy by the end of tomorrow. I want to make a video of it, but it's kind of complicated, so I'm going to put it on the advanced channel instead of this channel. And you can look there. It's a cubic right angle weave, and the attaching and the counting, so it's kind of complicated. So I'm hoping that that if you feel that you're up to it and you got your crawl under control, then that you will join me over there and watch that video. In the meantime, how are we doing on Etsy? Well, thank you, Zena, in case you're watching. Etsy is doing pretty good, and right now in 2016 I managed to get back to the income of 2014, which was actually less than the income of 2013 on YouTube alone. So, but if we can pick it up from 2014 and start increasing, and this year will be as good as 2013, then I think we can take it from there and it will be increasing. What has happened is that I started working in these last 5 years. I started working another 8 hours less per 4 weeks. So I am now at 112 hours for a 4-week period. I used to work 160 hours and we're now at 112 per 4 weeks. So that's pretty good, and we're managing, and financially we're good. I just, you know, if the car breaks down, I have a problem. So that's basically all there is to it. But other than that, yeah, we're managing. It's good, and I still love doing it. You know, I really don't hate it. I still want to become financially independent. And I listened to Jim Rohn, who said if you can't manage it in 5 years, or if you procrastinate and you see it declining, you need another point of view and you need another plan of attack. So the plan of attack is go on Etsy. So this is what I would tell you. If you go on YouTube, if you then please go on YouTube, because you will get the views, and you can direct the people from YouTube to your Etsy shop if they are interested in the pattern without watching the video, or watching the video and then wanting to buy the pattern. So that is, you know, don't make the mistake I have and wait 2 years with that. So well, basically that's it. Other than that, was there anything in those 5 years that... No, I hope you loved the channel. Oh, we're almost at 100,000 subscribers. I think in about 2 months we should reach that, and I can't wait to get my silver button. And what that's about, I will probably make the video about that when I receive it. So I'll see you guys soon. And cross being made is going to be on Etsy first, and then I need some time to make the video for that, and it will be on the other channel. So I hope to see you guys at least in 2.5 years from now for another update. See, maybe by then I reached financial independence. Let's see. And if you're really serious about trying to become financially independent, I suggest you watch Jim Rohn. Very important, and take some pointers from there. He's very. I will leave the link in the video underneath in the description area. So bye guys. I hope to see you about this topic again in about 2.5 years. Bye.